Hello YouTube, this is Master here, back with more Cardfight Vanguard. Today we are playing some Link Joker. So this should be pretty fun. Except we don't really have anything to get, no grades. Wonderful. I always had this feeling that Cardfight area has some weird, wonky shuffling system. Just because, I don't know, grade worries seem to happen a lot more often than, say, on Cardfight area than, say, Cray Online. But then again, I don't know. It could be the random number generators or something. There's not really any way to figure out. But we're going to be able to play our binary star and attack with it. And we're gonna check this card, Star-Vader Freeze Ray Dragon. This is the basis of our deck. And as such, we're going to try to get this out as fast as possible without taking much damage, because when a card is placed into the damage zone, what happens is... And yes, I'm guarding super early right now. What happens is every time a card is put into the damage zone, I automatically lock an opponent's rear guard. So I have more rear guards than the opponent, so this is a 19, that magic number, and we're gonna get a crit trigger, so all effects to Vanguard. And then we're going to watch him play grade 3. It's Raging Foam Dragon. I'm not exactly sure if he's probably running Judge Bow because you can use it with Mordred and get shenanigans and then play Foam later. But this is a 16, which we're going to have to take because 1 to pass is too risky against a grade 3. And there's our first damage. This one, however, we can gladly block. And I think we're gonna use a Palladium to block it. So, stand and draw. And we're going to play our Freeze Ray Dragon. And Radon is going to pair with Palladium, and we're going to put Chaos Breaker Dragon here. I have more rear guards, so this is a 20. Now, Freeze Ray Dragon is the deck on Cardfight area is still incomplete, simply because, well, how do I say this? Because there are 2 new cards in Infinite Rebirth that have been revealed but are not available on Cardfight area quite yet. And that would be the Imaginary Orthoros and Negligible Hydra. They are grade 2 and grade 1, and they do the standard damage addition trick that usually gets people into Limit Break. So since this activates every time you take damage, you're basically, how do you say it? They're the best use of the damage plus units since Angel Feathers. So he's going to attack with Raging Foam first, which we're not going to guard. And he's gonna check a mana and a Mordred Phantom. So we're gonna take a damage and we're going to activate its skill to lock mana. So, and then we're gonna use Palladium when it unlocks to keep it locked. Freeze Ray Dragon's other skill is a limit break. Every time an opponent's rear guard is locked, it gains 3000 power for a turn. And we're gonna lock it again with Palladium, just to be mean. And the Dorant goes back because it's a residual effect, as far as I'm concerned. And from my understanding of how Crisis Revenger mana works. Because it's not an active effect of mana that does that. Otherwise it would be an additional auto skill. But it's more of just a criterion of the superior call. Now if I locked Dorant, it would stay. But why would I lock Dorant? And I'm going to forget that it's my turn now. Okay, here's a 20. It's not that useful. But, yeah. Here's a 20. And that's a 20, but they don't matter because it's an 11 Vanguard. And then he's going to play a Makaleer. And we're going to twin drive Prometheum and a heal trigger which does not trigger, but it doesn't really matter. Here's a 20, which doesn't matter. It's guarded with a 10. This will be 21. So he'll have to guard a little more because of that magic number. And he'd rather take it. Okay. So let's see what he's gonna do now. He's gonna play Mordred Phantom on top of Raging Foam, so... that's fine. And now he's going to play a Rukeia and attack Radon. And let's actually take it. Because there's no real need for me to keep that. This is an 18, so we're going to... It's not necessary to do anything, so we're gonna guard for a no pass. And he's gonna get a Tarutu and a heal trigger. Very nice. Chaosbreaker Dragon's my spare. Grade 3 in this deck. But it's not really particularly worthwhile. And then this is a 17 now. And here's a 20. As per usual. And now he's going to burn his intercepts, because that's the best thing to do. This is a 2 to pass. We get a draw trigger, which we're going to give to Chaosbreaker. And a critical trigger, which we're also going to give to Chaosbreaker. Now this is a 17, which we are going to attack Rukeia with. And this is a 26 with 2 crit, which he's going to promptly drop the Makaleer on, because it's too powerful. So he's going to play Tarutu. All those pluses. Get another Dorant. This is the main advantage Tarutu has over mana. The fact that the unit stays. But the idea with mana has always been you're planning to sacrifice immediately, and for that it does it quite well. We are not going to let him kill my Paradise Elk. And then he's probably going to attack with Tartu, as expected. Once again, we are going to guard. And here's 18, which we are not going to guard this time. I could drop Prometheum, but there's no point. And he's gonna get Blaster Dark and a heal trigger yet again. And I'm going to take a heal trigger of my own, and then I'm going to lock the Tartu. That way he can't play Blaster Dark Revenger in front of it. I'm so mean. This Dorant will go back as well, so then he's gonna get Judge Bow though, so he's gonna get a Blackwing Swordbreaker, and he's gonna use double Blackwing Swordbreaker with Judge Bow. And then he gets to Soul Blast 2 to draw 2. So it's like, it's cool, I'm just gonna plus all day. I believe Judge Bow is a +3 based on all the draws and superior calls you get. And yeah, I should probably return Selenium to my hand with one of the lock skills sooner or later. Right, I don't get to maintain the lock because I don't have Palladium, but that's fine. So let's attack with 20. And this is one of the advantages of Freeze Ray, I would say. The fact that you can stop attacks or you direct attacks away from the Vanguard. Just like Etain in Shadow Paladins. Etain retired units when it was attacked, which meant that you had to run around it, so to speak. And yeah, basically, forcing them to attack the rear guard is great. He's gonna Break Ride Mordred Phantom, Counterblast. He's probably going to get out a Blaster Dark Revenger, or he might get Nullity, because Masquerade is always a good beat stick option. He's probably going to play Blaster Dark here as well, and then kill my Paradise Elk. Yeah, he's going to kill Paradise Elk. And he's going to remember that I have powerful lock skills. Now he's going to attack Chaos Breaker, which we're going to guard. And then he's going to attack 23, which I'm not going to guard. So I take Chaos Breaker, and then I lock. Selenium will activate, returning it to the hand, and also, because I have 4 damage now, I limit break and gain 3000 power. Not that it matters, but it's the thought that counts. And then now, because of that, we can now drop a 2 to pass, and see what he gets. He gets a Raging Foam and a Blaster Dark. That's Selenium coming in clutch. So stand and draw. Colony Maker would be really nice right now as a unit. but I don't have locked cards because of the mechanics of this guy. So this is a 16 to Vanguard, and that locking skill is so useful right now. It's quite amazing. This is a 26, so 2 to pass. We get a Prometheum and a Freeze Ray Dragon to use with Prometheum. And here's an 18 to Mordred. Of course, if I attack him, he will have an extra damage to Break Ride with next turn, but I gotta keep up the pressure. Now he's probably going to intercept, preferably with Blaster Dark. Simply because, yeah. It's interesting how he's playing Abyss Freezers. Maybe he couldn't find his Freezing Revengers. But he's gonna Break Ride Raging Foam Dragon now. And Counterblast. So let's see what happens. He's gonna get another Doran? Okay. Oh, we're really low on deck. He has 8 cards left and I have 19. So he's gonna go Blaster Dark. And now he's really going all in with the shuffling cards around. I'm still fearing crits because this is not Dreg-Ruler, which aka stand phenomenons with forced 5 damage. So let's see here. This is going to be a 21. And let's see what he attacks, because he knows if he attacks Freeze Ray, he's going to have a bad time. And that's fine. I was planning to get Radon killed anyways. Here's a 28. I'm going to guess he has Raging Foam in his hand. How many crits do you have left? Okay. Heal. Whoa, there's 1 crit. Oh, he uses Freezings and Abyss. Two, 3. That's a lot of crits left. No, let's perfect guard this. He's gonna check that Raging Foam. He's gonna check double Raging Foam. What is this? So here's Raging Foam. The power. The sheer power. He's gonna get a crit, which is gonna go here, of course. Double crit! I am not amused. I could have just taken this, but... And the thing is, if he only got 1 crit, I could have guarded. But I can't. So I'm gonna take a damage, lock that, take another damage, lock, but good game. Yeah, that's Raging Foam for you though. It's still incredibly viable, even though Dreg-Ruler is a thing. Because what I find is, while Dreg-Ruler is very good at getting your opponent to 5 damage, Raging Foam capitalizes on once they're at 5 damage, you just win. And of course, having all those crits stacked up on the bottom of the deck really helped out. So anyways, this has been Ace Scriptmaster of Team Fairy Tail. Subscribe for more content, and signing out.